This whole thing. This is just awful. Like, look at how slow everything moves. I can't deal with it. So on the YouTube. Hey guys, it's Manda, the CMA here, finally again. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I talk about anything and everything medical assisting and beyond. As you can probably tell by the video quality today, it is not your mobile device or your computer that is acting up slow. It is actually me doing a video on my computer again. There is something wrong with my iPhone connecting to my microphone, which you wouldn't think is a very big thing. However, I have a 80-pound dog and a husband that can't sit still for more than 5 seconds when he is on the telephone. I figured it was probably a better idea to have the microphone so you could hear me better instead of listening to my dog and my husband and my 3 cats wandering around upstairs. This is what I've got for you today. I think the funny part is that these are the exact same scrubs that I wore in my first video, and this is the exact same computer that I used in my first video. Today is just really a life update, and then I also wanted to talk about burnout as well. Make sure you stay tuned. Here we go. I had actually a lot of trouble figuring out how I was going to word this correctly and get in all the information that would be helpful to you guys. I found that looking into how I was doing with my job actually makes it easier for me to tell you how to deal with a little bit of burnout. I had been burnt out for a little bit and I'm on the upswing right now. So what ended up happening is that we lost a couple medical assistants that were on our team, and there was a little bit of switching involved as far as nurses, medical assistants, and physicians. If you guys had watched a previous video that I did called Working with a Physician, the video actually talked about how long I had worked with the physician I was with and just how it was working with him every single day for 2.5 years. When the medical assistants had left, we had the option to change physicians, and it wasn't a very easy thing for me to come to terms with. It wasn't an easy thing for me to admit, but I felt like I kind of needed a break from my physician's patients. It was really taking a toll on me. I started to get a little bit of burnout, and the thing about burnout is that you really don't notice that it's going on until it gets a lot worse, and that's kind of hard. There's this physician that's on YouTube and he's on Facebook. He's called ZDoggMD. I definitely suggest watching him. He talks about how he hates empathy and everybody else should, and this is actually a video for a different day. It's the difference between having empathy for a patient and having compassion instead. What I found with my physician's patients is that I was so involved in their care and so empathetic towards them that I was taking their feelings onto myself. It really did a toll on my emotional state. I will save that for a different video. Symptoms of burnout is loss of interest in things that you used to find fun.
It's literally like a living PHQ-9.
But we call it burnout. It's not depression. There's a difference between the two. And I find that when I come home now, I have the energy and the want to go and do those things that I normally like to do. Another thing is coming home and being completely drained. Anything outside of your job, and you come home and you feel like you could stare at a wall for hours and you're completely emotionally shut off. You need to take care of yourself just as well as you take care of your patients. Other signs of burnout is dreading going to work. Now, I'm not just talking about if you're a Monday through Friday kind of medical assistant. I'm not talking about Sunday you're dreading to go to work on Monday, because I think that that's pretty universal. I'm talking every single night as soon as you get home, or even during the day when you're at work, you're dreading coming in the next day. You should want to go to work. You should have the want to do the things that you love, and you're a medical assistant for a reason. Another thing that can also be a sign of burnout is being late to work. And I know that I am actually,
You wouldn't believe it from me, because I seem like such an angel on YouTube here.
But I am actually a culprit of being late to work. So what I've actually really found is that it revolves around the times that I've been burnt out. Like if something is being triggered and you know that that's a trigger for your burnout, that's something that you need to address. Another one is not being able to take care of yourself or take care of other people. Most people that are medical assistants is around the age of 18 to 34. In that range, you probably have a significant other and you may have children as well. And if you're not able to go home and take care of the things that you normally take care of, then that's something that you need to take into account. Two other things, these ones are pertaining to work, is you get overwhelmed very easily. Say you get 5 phone calls in 1 hour. It's all different patients that need a lot of attention. You feel very overwhelmed and you feel like you can't do your job to the fullest. Procrastinating. If you have a whole bunch of things that you need to do, a bunch of phone calls that you need to make, and you just don't feel like you want to do them, and you really feel that you don't want to do that or you want to push it off as much as possible, that's definitely a sign of burnout. With my YouTube channel, when I was having the burnout, I did have a writer's block too. I'm like, gosh, I have all these things that I wanted to do and all these videos that I wanted to do, and I just couldn't figure out how to do them. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I know what I want to say. I have everything, but then at the same time, when it came to putting it on paper, I couldn't do it. The last thing to go over, of course, is ways to prevent burnout. How are we going to prevent these things before they happen? Of course, prevention is the best way to get away from having the burnout. One of the things, and this is my favorite, but it never ends up happening, is taking a little vacation time. Another thing that they always say is exercise.
Now, that is not really my thing right now. I mean, I'm kind of off and on about that, but...
Another thing that I've also found that has worked for me recently is making your workspace a lot more visually attractive to you. And now that I am working with a different physician, I am in different locations a lot more often. So I'm in one location specifically where I'm there 2 days a week. What I've done is I've actually set up little lights and I've put up little picture frames. It really makes me happy to go to that location. There is always the talking with coworkers and just telling them how you feel. They know exactly what you're going through. They're part of your clinic that you work for. Also talking with friends and family. Those are the biggest things that people usually do. Sometimes it's kind of hard because sometimes people argue with you how you feel, and that's not what you want to hear. You don't want someone arguing with how you feel. That doesn't make any sense. Another thing that really helps, talk to your supervisor. I think that that's the biggest thing that you can do for yourself. I've done that to my supervisor a couple times. Is there a way for them to help you? Usually if you bring up the word burnout, they take it as something important, and I think any good supervisor would do that. And it's not something that you want your employees to have, because a lot of times that could lead to an employee quitting. It could lead to a dissatisfied medical assistant. They obviously want you there for a reason, and they want you to be happy at your job. I would probably take a chance at this moment to kind of reflect on yourself and see if any of these things pertain to you. My channel has grown so much. If you guys are willing to and you feel comfortable doing it, leave a comment down below letting it all out. If we could create a good community on this video for people that are burnt out, I think that it would be really good if we could all kind of help each other too. Well, that's all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed my video. If you guys have any questions, leave a little message down in the comments box. If you are not subscribed to my channel, which
I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed to my channel,
you can also do so by pressing the little subscribe button down at the bottom. If you guys want to get alerts for when I post a new video, you can click the little bell that's down there as well. I hope you liked the video today, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.